Right, I'm back. Just trying to see if something works. There's a lot of my... Tonight the internet's been a right pain in the backside tonight. So I'll give you a quick look at Janus Dark. Upgraded version of Janus Dark, because the original version I played on another server. We didn't have all these lovely mods that give us the ability to make Warhammer characters. Now it isn't a Warhammer mod that gives us this stuff, it's all the different mods, but we were able to use it and use our imaginations and do the things we need to, make the things we want to make. So, it is really good what we can do. So for example, if you look at my character's hand, he has a robot hand. Even got seals on him and the Emperor Winged Skull. All thanks to Kez for enhancing my... I had already made him, but he wasn't as good as what he looks now, and Kez enhanced him a little bit more for me to make it a little bit more feeling the right way, and I think it looks pretty good. You've got a little visor on. So some of the mods give us the ability to make steampunk characters, so you can make full-on robots if you want, which we have done, servitors and servo skulls and stuff like that, to give the immersion of being in the 40k universe. So if you come to the Emperor's Hope, you will see, hopefully you will feel like you can get the taste of the Warhammer universe. So, but as I say, you're not obligated to play a Warhammer character. The lore is open. I am playing Warhammer characters, but other people can be what they want to be. So, the lore is open for that purpose, so don't necessarily have to be. We do have a non-Warhammer character on the server who is playing a local on the planet. But the rest of us are Warhammer characters at the moment. So there's a lot of people who have joined us are Warhammer fans and looking forward to doing a bit of Warhammer roleplay. So I need to check something quickly, because the reason being is because I was doing admin stuff before I was what's the word, before the Steam problems, so I may still have some of the admin things on that I shouldn't really have. So I just want to make sure I'm normal, because I'm playing a normal player when I'm streaming at the moment. So I thought I would do, be the same as you guys. It's been a while. It has been a while since I've farmed and played the game, so I'm trying to be a normal player at the same time, but sometimes I still need to go and have to do admin-y stuff. So it's early days yet, not everybody's online. And no, we're all good, we'll put that back on that. Right. Make me normal. Yeah, it's all good, mate. You're in no rush. No one's in a rush to join, take your time. Not going anywhere fast. Yeah, I like your whitelist. So I'll leave it open anyway, so when you're ready to fill the rest of it out and you make up your idea what you're working out you're going to be, you carry on, mate. We do have a Ratlin, we do have a Skitari, obviously we have me, Janus Dark the human, my crew, a mixture of Mechanicus and obviously humans of the Imperium. You can also join the crew if you want. You don't have to be in the admin clan, but you can get, I will give you a key to accessing the areas of the ship if you wish to be part of the crew that you wouldn't normally get to. Otherwise, if you're not wanting to be a member of the crew, you can still get access to the ship. There are certain areas you won't be able to get to, like my private quarters, the Astropath chamber, and a few other rooms, but otherwise the rest of it's all good. Yeah, no, I get you, mate. I get you. I get you. Work calls, duty calls. No, as I say, you come on whenever you want, mate. There's no rush, no hassles. So if you have any questions about Warhammer, do ask away. So here I am, Janus Dark, recapping the events of the last week. We've only just arrived on the planet. We didn't come by choice. We were travelling through the warp, and then massive warp storms ended up stranding our ship here. We have minimal resources, minimal power, so we don't have the weapons that the Imperium would normally like to use. But the Imperium Warhammer 40k isn't just guns, it is also a lot of melee combat, because once you get close to each other, that's it, the guns go out the window and it's all knives and swords and chain blades and shit. Yeah, I get you, mate. I'll get you on that. I'll get you on that. Oh, that's a lot smaller than I thought it was. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Because I know, because you gave me the test I wanted was the chat that was working, and it is working. The chat box. It's just not as big enough as I thought it would. I just don't want it to be too big, but big enough. So that might work this time. So, as I say, we've just arrived. My ship is barely staying up in the air at the moment. The engine seer and his mechanicus are trying their best to. Yeah, no, I've got to turn the sound off. I've got to do that. I forgot about doing that, to be fair with you. I don't even know where the fuck I find that. Because you click on the settings and it don't want to fucking do it. Like, oh, hang on, it does do it. You know why it does it? It goes on the browser. So I was clicking on it and it weren't opening on the settings, and what's the word I was looking for? Right, yeah, right, we'll turn that off. There we go. Alright, so that should stop the dinging now. And it weren't opening in the box, so I thought, hang on, why are you not opening? And then I went and checked my browser because I wanted to check the server status, so I had like 20 bloody Streamlabs websites, browsers open. I was like, oh fuck. Clicking away it so many times, so. Right, let's get back in there. So, it's still fucking doing it. Yeah, I'll leave it for now. I'll sort it out later because it's been. I've had to do a lot of fixing and reworking and rebuilding on my stream because it's been like nearly 4 years since I last streamed, and I came back to it this week. So yeah, it's been a bit of a. And thanks to ChatGPT for upgrading a lot of things. I'm happy with that as well. So, you know. So yeah, we're low on power, just about able to keep the ship in the air. We are searching for other power sources. Blood crystals we have found in small quantity, well in large quantities, give us a small amount of power, but not enough to do what we need to do. So, as I say, we arrived, we've established a foothold here. We are doing our best to repair the ship, and I have been focused on getting that getting that ship, yeah I know it is mate, getting that ship, getting our ship repaired because we want to get out of here, but we are trapped here. The world is surrounded by warp storms, so we can't get out just yet unless we have enough power. My astropath, she is trying to send a signal through the warp back to Terra. Let's see if we can get any assistance or help, but she's having limited success because the warp storms are preventing her from being able to do so. We have met a few people who part of the crew. We have a Skitari ICU2. He went north to set up a Vox array emitter. So we can try and, if we can't do it with the astropath, we're going to try and contact Terra with the Vox array. If not, it will help with planetary-wide communications. We also have a Ratlin who's been. I would be able to show it to you, but I would have to fly or go down because the only way you'll see it is like that. But it is the picture that's on my starting open, like when I start my stream up, and I'll show you actually. Hang on. we'll show you quickly. You can see the ship that I have built. I mean, it's in the thingies anyway, but that's basically the Emperor's Hope. So that there is the Emperor's Hope. That is what my base is. It's basically a flying fortress, is all it is. But that is the Emperor's Hope. That's where I live and where my crew is. It should have 28,000 people on board, but obviously this is Conan. 28,000 people will break the server, so I don't have that many men. I'm liking all the top stuff. I've got crash course myself and all the top stuff recently, so that's been nice learning all of that. It's not perfected yet, but it's not that bad. I've managed to get a lot of things. It don't work as well as PP does for some of the things like the spawners, because you have to have a script, a trigger to script and a trigger to be able to trigger the spawn. And then you have to put down this. You can put down a spawner anywhere, but you have to put the point down, which is where they come from. So it's a bit complicated, and it don't work the way I want it when I want to just have free roaming mobs walking about. So yes, we still have PP, but we only use PP for one Discord link and a couple of spawners. Otherwise, I don't really use PP. Well, I've been trying to get rid of it, but until we get the web link sorted out, which hopefully will be sorted out at some point soon, as that will be done directly through the server system rather than having to go for a third party. But if you wish to use the wallpapers in top, I would highly recommend you go and set yourself up a Dropbox account. For us in the UK, that will be the only one you can use for wallpapers, because what was the other one? I can't remember what the other one is called. There was another image hosting website. It's been banned in the UK because of the crazy 18+ laws that we're going on here right now. So that a lot of those websites have been banned. Dropbox is still usable, and you can get a free account with it with up to, I think it's 500 megabytes of data. So you can put plenty of pictures on there for your usage of the wallpapers, and it does work. You don't have to keep re-clicking it every time a server restarts. They stay permanently. So yes, use Dropbox if you want to have wallpapers. But anyway, carrying on with the story, seeing what's going on, see who's about. Have a walk on my bridge. So this is the bridge of the Emperor's Hope. And as I'm a bit big, I'll have to walk down. That's the navigator's quarters. He's resting at the moment. I'll take you on a little tour of the Emperor's Hope. If I can get down the stairs, which I can. It isn't all stairs. So there's my sister Anera. She was with me on the last server. She was my bodyguard, and we were basically role playing that we are descendants of previous rogue traders who had stranded on that planet for 100 years. And I was the I think I was the grandson. Yeah, I was the grandson of the original rogue trader, is who Janice is, because it can be passed from family member to family member, inherited. Doesn't have to be blood related family members, but anyone who's part of the family that the next rogue trader would like to what you call it, pass on the mantle. So this is my personal quarters. It's very sparse. Don't have a lot of things. I'm a man of very few needs. And you can see a bit of the ship sticking out there. I would have gone up to the roof actually, because you can get to the roof of the ship and walk about. Oh, right, Anera, you can follow me. She's my sister of battle, and as I say, she was my bodyguard, but she is a sister of battle, and she led my men on the last server I was on with her. So there's just one of my servitors. As you can see, he is very, very robot. And if you don't know what a servitor is, unfortunately a servitor is technically a human criminal, a bad person normally, someone who has fucked up in the Imperium, and their punishment is to be made into a servitor, which is basically like a service robot, lowest of the low. Skitari are not much better than they are. So this is the astropath chamber. Although she should be flying, but she's not. So she's resting at the moment. Trying to, well, she's not resting, but she's doing her best to try and get through the warp to send a telepathic signal to Terra or the nearest available Imperial ship that may be able to come and help us. But she is having trouble because the warp storms are raging around the planet and we're not able to get anything out. But this is her chamber where she focuses her energies to be able to try and do that for me. She's technically supposed to be floating, but she's not. This is my vault where I keep the writ. So this is the Rogue Trader writ. It's very important. That's what gives us the permission to go and do what we're doing as a Rogue Trader. Personally signed by the Emperor himself and passed down from generations of Rogue Traders. Let's take you out, have a little look at the balcony. So you can see how high up we are in the sky. I have made it up quite high. And there's our little laser turrets, one of our other nice little mods. This is only for admin use only for my Warhammer builds. They do work, they are functional, they are thrall with just a skin on. And they will shoot the shit out of everything. Right. Now we have the fun of going down in many elevators because this is like about 8 decks high, or which is two wall pieces high. So it is quite a tall ship. So this is the engineer room, the main engine room. We call it the engineer room because that's what you do in Warhammer World. This is the servo skull that we found the other day. So as you can see what we can do, that was just a normal skull. And then with top, we've turned it, I didn't, Kez did that. I've got my own versions. His ones are much better than mine. Mine are not as good as that. So and that's Engine Seer Exeter Do Eng. He's the man in charge of the engineer room. And as you can see, he is not that human. We have servitors in here. This is the engine room. So let's carry on. And we do have crew quarters here, so if you do choose to be part of the crew, I do have a couple of rooms that you can live in. When you spawn into the world, you have two options. You can either spawn on the ship, or you can spawn a bit away from the ship and appear on land if you don't want to go on the ship. It's probably best if you're a green skin or a demon. Can't be having demons or green skins running around my ship. I won't kill you if I come across a demon or a green skin on my ship, but I will chase you out of it and make life a living hell for you, because you shouldn't be on my ship, because we would assume that we're being attacked. But as I say, it's about the role play. We want to learn to be able to communicate with each other and find common cause, or learn to trust each other, because everyone we meet, just as we are, we're trapped on this world. So this is my shrine room. This is the shrine room where I come to pray to the God Emperor. Every ship should have one of these. And there we are on the main gun deck. Obviously familiar. I can't give the proper guns I would like to, so we have made massive cannons instead. And these are forward torpedo launch tubes. Oh, I don't want to drop down here, I want to use the elevator. There we go. Because it's too easy to just jump down things. You wouldn't do that in the real, we're role playing, so let's do it right. Come on. This is one of the cargo holds at the front of the ship. It's mainly for at the moment. The ammunition for all the weapons, which we are running low on anyway, so we haven't got lots of ammo. The next deck above is the main cargo storage and medical centre, where you will arrive if you choose to arrive on ship. So there are 3 decks of cargo holds. This is the long cargo train, so when all the cargo comes up, it gets loaded into these carts and then wheeled down there and then transferred to whichever deck it needs to go to. Another senator doing his job. As you can see, it's not human, that's it. It's not as much as it used to be anyway. This is the hangar bay. Now my crewmen are too busy yabbering all day long to sort things out. And as you can see, we are trying to get some blood crystals because we need them for the energy as best we can. Alright, take a little breathe, look down here. See the Imperial Aquila symbol. Oh, show you the Imperial Guard. These are Acadian troopers. I've got a couple of units of Imperial Guard on my ship that have sworn allegiance to the to me, the rogue trader. So I don't have full regiments, just a couple of detachments, like small detachments, small units, mostly Acadian troops. And that's the type of gear that we can give them. If you wanted to with those mods, you can make Riot Police and do GTA all over this. There is one server that has a map that's a cyberpunk world map. It looks nice, but it doesn't really fit our aesthetics for a grim dark universe. Base game Conan does, because there are many death worlds that are like in the Stone Age. So there are many worlds that we have lost over the centuries and millennia. And our job is one of our jobs is to try and find those lost colonies. And normally when you do, they're in the Stone Age level, believing in the old gods that don't exist and whatnot. You know, so when you turn up with your ship, it's like, you know, you are the god. But you got to reintegrate them all back into the Imperium, re-educate them all, take what you need for military purposes and so on. Yeah. Wait. That's you knocking me off there. So we got our main, this is just like a little foothold so that we've got the sky lift to get to the ship. So that's the ship all the way from down here. I can't show you from above because I would have to fly, and I'm not going to fly. I'm not being an admin at the moment, I'm being a player, so it took me 3 attempts to build it. I have been building them loads of different Warhammer stuff in single player, which if you see my BRB screen, you'll see a couple of Warhammer images in there that are all made from base game. Well, this is made out of Ancient Civ, to be fair. Mixture of Ancient Civ, oh god, Stone Glass, Argosian. Yeah, that's the main build pieces out of it. So, and it's small. It's still 3,000 build pieces just for that ship, but it's small compared to the first one I built, which was about 6,000 build pieces and had 12 decks on it, and it was absolutely spacious. You know, it wasn't as tight and confined as it is on this one. But I got, you know, as you do, you've got to be careful with your build. I am being generous with my build pieces at the moment, but that's only because we're a small community and I don't expect us to grow too much, as we are a niche niche server lore. Not everybody likes Warhammer or even understands what Warhammer is about, even though it's becoming very popular right now. So what's a bloody rabbit doing up there? What are you doing up there, rabbit? Why is there rabbits running around here? I should make one of these active, because I've got a couple of thralls mixed in here. Now we inspect the guard. So these are Castellans. They are automatons from the Mechanicus. That's my version of a servo skull. Not as good as Kez's, but still pretty good, if you ask me. But you know, he's got a lot more creativity skill than me when it comes to characters. When it builds, I'm good with builds, but characters are not super great like that in depth. So unfortunately, this gear don't go on women, so I have a different armour set for women for the Cadians. And then we have the Kriegers, Death Corps, small detachment, and the Mechanicus are preying to the machine spirits as they are prepared to make more automatons. And this here is our Valkyrie landing pad. I have a small fleet of Valkyries, and we have been sending out expeditions. So we've got the southern expedition. Oh, this is Expedition Point A, Expedition Point B, Expedition Point C. I have got to add one on my map, but I've not been there yet. But only because I haven't found it in RP. I made it in admin for somebody, so I didn't want to have a nose about while I was there. I would wait to do that in RP. So I did set up the Valkyrie. So there is another Valkyrie point. So, but they all lead back to the Emperor's Hope, and then from the Emperor's Hope you go wherever. I do plan to put more out, but as time goes on, because we've only been here a week, and I can't have expected to go and set up so many outposts already. So, and all they are is just landing pads. We do have an agri farm producing us food, and we now have a possibility. There's possibly going to be a Vox array at some point soon, and the Emperor's Hope and the other one. So that would be your fast travel system. Once I get it, the top version is a lot quicker, I feel, than the old PP one. I don't know why. I just got this thing about it that it is the case. So I mean, it might just be me, but it definitely felt a lot quicker. So, and I have turned on a lot of the stuff that you would get for looking for RP. When I'm about and available, I will probably turn it on for me. So if people want to come and find RP with the, you know, with NPC characters, they can do so, and other players are free. Can you sod off? Free to do it as they wish. So this is your Imperial Navy pilot. You speak to him, he will take you wherever you want to go, to the expedition points. Got a couple of sailors working away, keeping it maintained. Yeah, this is the Valkyrie. I wish I could make them really fly. That would be nice. So what I've been doing is farming gear, farming resources, so I can get outfit some more, because I'm going to need to train up some more guys. I need to go and get some more guys, because it's quite handy to have a couple of thralls now. Now that the thrall system has completely changed, I utilised the thralls a lot on the last server I was on. I literally had 2 armies of thralls. One for the Astra Militarum, and one for the Necrons that I was doing for the bad guys. So, you know, I literally had about 50 of each, like 50 thralls on each side, and they're quite handy. So I found that a lot better than setting up thespians and whatnot. Plus, with the thralls, you can do a lot of customization with them, and they do the DD emotes, so you know it's a lot of they're worth using in that sense. So I like to use the thralls now, whereas before we didn't use them that much. Now there's the possibility to use them a lot. But if you're interested in a bit of role play, you want to come and join us, we are in the Warhammer universe, but you are welcome. Click on the link below, BRP. Come join us and have some fun. So I don't think there's many people in at the moment, but I'm sure we'll find somebody at some point. I need to go and get some more iron. That's what I need to do. I need to keep farming iron. So as I say, when I'm streaming, I'm just doing player stuff. I'm not doing admin stuff. So just having a bit of fun, trying to remember how to play the bloody game. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what happens when you're an admin for so long. You forget how to do the normal things. So I thought this time round I would do it different and be more playerish than admin. I will set up admin stuff, but there's no rush to do it right now. Only I see. And as it looks like it's becoming night time, I'm not going to be going anywhere soon yet. I don't actually, I've tried using these, but they're janky. They're there for decoration. But they look good. For the first time ever in the whole time that I've run servers, that I've actually used things that I would never allow to be used ever. I'm using them now, but only because they fit with the world law. So here you can seek to Magi Biologus, who will give you, who will sell you a horse. You'll be able to learn from different Magos, all the feats like SVS, Shinies. I mean, you still have to pay, but you can learn them. We use base game gold for currency. And I got tired of having so many currencies on when I was on other servers. It just got tiring, and I wanted to replace PP, and now I can. Tot has its own currency, but I'm using base game because that's the one thing that people can get on abundance, rather than having so many different types of currencies. So we're going to wait the night out. I will talk to you about lore. I'll give you a bit of history about Janus Dark while we're waiting, if you wish. But it's going to be night time soon, and I'm not running about in the dark because I don't have a torch. So I will go and pray to the God Emperor. Oh, hang on, it's here. I've been asked why I don't use the fast ones, but if I use the fast ones, you're likely to get yeeted off. So be patient with the lifts if you choose to come in. Most of the merchants are on board my ship, just to let you know though. Some of them are down there, and I will be adding more as and when necessary. But as we've just arrived, there's no point in having loads of merchants already because we don't know what they're here to sell, and my merchants aren't likely to be the ones who will sell chairs and tables. And they're not merchants, they're Magos that you learn from. So as night time is descending. So anyone who's got any questions about Warhammer while you're here, while we're waiting for daylight to come back, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I do love Warhammer very, very much. I can't get enough of it. I say my personal chapter is Dark Angels, the First Legion, under Lionel Johnson, the Lion, hence the name. But I am a Leo, and I do a little bit look like Lionel Johnson if I grow a beard, although I don't often do that. I'm not really a beard man, or a beard person, depending on how you wish to look at it. So this week has been a bit of a tough week for me, to be fair with you. It's my whole world ended, and I've had to rebuild myself, trying to make amends for bad decisions and bad things that I've done in the past. That's all I've tried to do, whereas my time is ever short and is growing shorter as days are going by. Mate, I shave from neck to toe, well, from below my nose down to the rest of my body. I shave everywhere. Being that I'm gender fluid, I can't stand to have a hairy manly body. Even when I'm manly, I can't stand to have a hairy manly body. So every 2 days I shave my entire body. Have done now for about 14 years. Yeah, about 14 years. So yeah, so I've got a renewed focus. I've made a few big changes in my life, and I plan to focus on what I need to get done. I don't care what's going on. People will be doing what they want to do. Just go for it. I got things to do. My duty now is more important. Got my grandmother to look after. She's dying sadly at the moment, slowly. Yeah. To be fair, only if I let it grow more than 2 days, like 5 or 6 days, then I am proper hairy. But if I keep on top of it every 2 days, then it's a lot manageable. But if I let it go for like 2 weeks, certain parts of my body are like a yeti. My chest for a start, but it's all white. It's all turned white. I don't have blonde body hair anymore. All my body hair is turned white. So I have white chest hair, white hair everywhere else. So I don't want to see that anyway. But I have white hair in my hair. I can't hide that, and I'm not hiding it anyway. I'm not bothered about getting old. It happens. It's what happens. You get old. So we're just waiting for the night time to pass, and then I'll go out and farm some stuff. It's not worth the risk going out on your own in the dark, because you don't know what's out there. Although we do know what's out there because we know what the game's like, but my character doesn't know what's out there, so he's going to wait. He's going to pray for some guidance from the God Emperor. But yeah, so as I say, my nan's not well and she's slowly passing away at the moment, so I got to be with her and keep her strong and whatnot. So I want to make sure that she has the last good few years of her life before the end. So, and that's one of my main duties right at the moment, is to look after me nan and make sure she's alright. She hasn't got nobody else, she's just got me. I'm the only family near her, and she's done a lot of favours for me, and I owe her big time, you know. I've rarely asked her for any help, but the last 4 years she's really helped me out a lot, and she's still continuing to support me and help me out in the things that I'm trying to do over the next year. So to change my life, I can't do the job I'm doing anymore because my sciatica is playing up quite a lot. I'm pulling 300 kilo cages every day, like 20 times a night. Really bloody hurts it. My back work. It's more my leg and my hip that hurts a lot, to be fair. So I'm trying to retrain myself, re-educate myself back into something different. Mate, yeah, it's not nice. You know, it ain't nice at all. My nan's alright, she's still able and about. She's 93 years old and she's going bingo and things like that, but she's got heart disease, and you just can't cure that at 93 years old. So, you know, it's only a matter of, you know, she's got a couple of years at least, but I don't think it'll be much more than that. So, you know, we are getting affairs in order for her and stuff like that while she's enjoying the last thing she's going for. Like, I think she's got 2 cruises this year that she goes on. She goes on cruises all on her own, travelling all over the world, having a go up and a giggle. I know she would like someone to go with her, but I just can't do cruises. You know, being stuck on board a boat with 4,000 other people would just drive me crazy. So I don't bother with that. I would, you know, I'd like to accompany her and whatnot, but I just can't. I can't face dealing with 4,000 other people in a really small area, and lots of noise and whatnot. So. Plus being stuck on a boat for a couple of weeks, like 10 days, yeah, not really my cup of tea. I like to have a bit more freedom than that. So. So yeah, I'm focusing on me nan, focusing on changing my life. I'm going back to teaching is what I'm doing. I've just got to find the right thing that I need to do. I'm not going to be a full-on teacher like I was before, but I'm going to be a teaching assistant. That's my goal, and that's doable within the next 6-7 months. I'll start doing my driving lessons in the next couple of weeks because I need to get mobile, 1 for myself and 2 to be able to help my grandmother out a bit more and run her around and stuff. Like last week she had bad chest pains, and she had it was called an ambulance. I got there just before the ambulance, but I had to rely on a bus. So thankfully the ambulance took its time, and I just arrived there for about literally 5 minutes before the ambulance turned up. Had the ambulance got there before I did, I would have had to stay on the bus and carried on towards the hospital. But I was there with me now, and we were there at the hospital for 6 hours, and basically there's not a lot they could do for her, and she just needed to rest, and if it was an issue, go back and see the doctor. So, you know, when you get to 93, they pretty much put you out the pasture and don't want to waste resources on you and stuff like that, which is not nice, but it's the reality of the situation in this country now. So she's alright though, you know, she's like enjoying life. You know, unfortunately we did live together, but my auntie convinced my nan to get her own place, and then now my auntie and my nan don't talk to each other, and both me and my nan live in our own places. I have my own house, she has her own house. So, you know, it's that type of thing, and I live about half an hour away from her by a bike. If I have a car, it's a 5-10 minute drive. You know, so, but we regularly see each other. I phone her quite a lot, so I want to make sure she's alright, and she gets someone to talk to, because she doesn't often get to speak to many people during the day. So, but yeah, that's what I'm focusing on right now. Making amends for bad decisions. The last 4 years have been a bit of a come to realise of not what I realised they were. I thought it was something different. I thought it was something important, but it's obviously not. So yeah, I think it's a bit of karma. I think I deserve it, to be fair. But you know, I'm not bothered. Onwards and upwards. So yeah, if you're feeling a bit down, need someone to chat to, I'm all ears. Give you the benefit of my wisdom. Not that I'm very wise, because I've made bad decisions, really bad ones. So, with that being said, hopefully I won't make too many more bad decisions from now on. So if I'm reaching out to you, that's only because I want to make amends for the things that I have done. As I say, my time is also growing very short. I'm not a very well person either. Not that I want to talk about it, but that's just the case. And I'm genuinely offering my apologies. I don't expect forgiveness, but I will offer my apologies to those I have done wrong, and that's what I've been doing, trying to move on, get on with what I get on with, focus on duty. What is your duty? To serve the Emperor's will. What is the Emperor's will? That we fight and die. What is death? It is our duty. I know, mate, I appreciate that, I really do, but anyone who does, I will, you know, I'm reaching out to. I've done quite a lot to a lot of people in the last couple of days. And as I said, I've not asked for any forgiveness, but they've given me the opportunity to say sorry to them. So, you know, and I'm grateful, even if it's just for that. As we focus on praying to the Emperor to give us focus, to give us strength, to give us guidance while we explore this planet and its mysteries. We don't know much about Memphis. Which is one of the reasons why we're here, trapped trying to repair the ship. We will explore Memphis. That's why I'm sending out expedition parties. So far we've uncovered the possibility of chaos cultists on the world. That being the Hyperboreans, because they have been, you know, we found a couple of their camps with bodies munched on, and obviously, you know, human captives in caves. So my character Janice Dark was assuming that they were possibly chaos cultists. As daylight is upon us. Oh, I'm not going that way, we're going back this way. Where is she, by the way? Where did she go? I know where she is. She probably didn't go too far because... Hey, so where did you go? I didn't tell you to stop nowhere, did I? Not that I'm aware of. Sister Anera, where are you? As daylight is upon us, so I will be going out and having a nose. I don't know where the hell is she? Where the hell is my battle sister gone? Yeah, I can hear her. She's somewhere. Where are you? I can hear you, but I don't know where the fuck she is. I can hear her, but I don't know where she is. So I'm going to take one of the expedition points. There she is. I'm going to take one of the expedition points and oh, hang on. There has been a Vox transmission, and I need to see what it says because I've made it small in the global channel. But someone has placed a Vox transmission, and I need to see what it says. So, Secretary Alpha Planetary Vox Transmission Priority Alpha Origin Vox Relay Station Primus. Planetary Relay Station Operational Power Signal Amplification Optimal. Primary Recipient Void Vessel The Emperor's Hope. If receiving transmit confirmation on Gamma 9 through Gamma 13. Confirmation code Lux Eterna signal received. Repeat the vessel's hope. Confirmation reception. Alright, I need to go back up onto the ship really then because I can't really just do that here. So I need to go to a Vox station. So I need to get back upstairs and go up to my bridge, quickly send out a Vox transmission. So I'm allowing global for limited Vox transmissions in this sense. But it's the only purpose for it, otherwise we use the roleplay chat for everything else. Being that we are in the future, we have got Vox communications, but limited. Because we want to give the immersion, but don't want to go too crazy on it. So I need to go back up to the bridge because there's no Vox emitter down there. And not carrying a personal Vox emitter right now. So let's get back up there. Let's go up there quick. We'll run a bit because it's going to take me a few minutes to get there. Imagine being on a real one of these. I mean, 28,000 people. It's still going to be at least 2-3 miles long, I would say. Alright, deck officer, where I need a Vox terminal. No, not that one. I want this one. I won't be as good as you, Kez, unfortunately. Why does this name work? These two words ring a bell. I'll have to improve on that a little bit because my skill on that is not as great, but I'll need to improve on it. Oh yeah, I wanna say So we just received our first transmission from the Vox array. I've sent back a confirmation code. So now we should all be connected. I just want to make sure there's no more messages because I don't want to go away from the Vox terminal and have to come back up here again if I see that message again. So give it a few moments. A bit of my coke, like my cigarette. She's obviously still trying to get up here somehow. I can hear her trying to get up. Okay, I'm going to assume that everything's good on that. Crewman, let me know if there are any further Vox transmissions, please, as soon as possible. Let's go, Sister Anera. Now we have a place to go and visit now, so we're going to have a look, see what's going on. Oh, hang on. Origin, so, Vox transmission confirmation received. Origin Vox relay station Primus. Transmission from vessel the Emperor's Hope received and verified. Signal clarity within acceptable parameters. Machine spirits aligned. Skitari cohort mobilized. En route to the Emperor's Hope to finalise operational details and secure relay integration. Estimated arrival pending void transit calculation. Maintain open channel for further instructions. Right, I need to go back upstairs because there's no point in me doing it here. Well, I will be on the bridge anyway. Obviously I'm expecting a visit now. So I will go back upstairs. Glad I didn't go too far down when that message came through. Alright, Sister Nero, we're expecting company. We have no idea what time they will be here, but we will be waiting for them when they arrive. So what I will do, as we are waiting for the arrival of ICU2, which is quite a funny name to have, because of how it sounds, ICU2, you know, so it's quite funny. I like the mix of it. So here's the top of the ship while we're waiting. This is what's above the bridge, the top deck. Give you a bit of a view of the ship, best of my abilities. It took some time to build this though, you know that. It was not easy to, I just didn't get the feel of it because I normally build from the bottom up, but I was building from the side out. So trying to build it that way was completely different to how I've already built them. So let's have a little walk. Oh, numpty. Yep, that was not supposed to happen. Yeah, this is not what rogue traders would normally do. I shouldn't have fallen off the edge because I forgot I still had the camera view on and not the normal view. Idiot. Yeah, I know it's you who keeps opening the doors. I can hear it. Oh, where's the lift? Oh, we're coming back up. Alright, so we're going to wait on the bridge for ICU2 to arrive. I've been up there and shown you the top of the bridge of the ship. Normally on most ships, most vessels, they will have another deck above there, like a, I don't know, like a medium observation deck maybe, is what it would be like. So, right. I'll walk about my ship on my bridge and waiting for ICU2 to turn up. My crew members with augments. The colours of Janus Dark are red and black and gold. I changed his colours, he was green, but I decided to change his colours to change a bit of his story. As he was sort of based off of another character, I decided to completely change all of that, so he has no links to anything to do with that anymore. But yeah, Janus Dark, as I say, is a descendant of rogue traders. So his great grandfather and so on were all rogue traders, and it's been passed on down to him. Now I will roleplay that he was on that last world. He did try to. He was basically the, as I say, the grandson of the original rogue trader on that world. They had crash landed on the planet and decided to mingle with the locals. But on that planet, the reason why they were there was because Trazin of the Necrons was also there. But they had they'd gone dormant and were sleeping in their tombs and weren't causing a problem. But Janus Dark's grandfather knew at some point in the future they were going to wake up. And his decided to dedicate him and his family and the remaining members of his crew into a ever watchful eye, waiting for the Necrons to surface and to make their move. And in that time, Janus Dark's grandfather, Janus Dark's father, and Janus Dark have built up like they had a little farm, but all the time they had these resources going around, lots of men, lots of troops being built up, but everyone was being a farmer. So he was passing himself off as being a farmer and doing trade with all the local towns and cities and all the new arrivals in the world, in the land. And that was what Janus Dark did. He was a farmer, and then the farm became industrialised very quickly. And then when Trazin woke up and the Necrons were making overt ways, because they were trying to find power sources to repower up the Tomb City, and so they made a big massive water dam. It was attacked and destroyed, so they were faulted, and because of him waking up, Janus Dark no longer needed to hide who he was, and decided to I sat here voices and decided to up his game and reinstitute the Astra Militarum, the Mechanicus, and rebuild the army, preparing for war against Janus Dark, against the Necrons. Now, what I'm saying in RP happened for that situation is that although he helped, he was a bit of an arrogant arsehole, and that is the case. He was a bit of an arrogant arsehole, to be fair. So And he didn't like the people he was with. They weren't exactly grateful for his assistance or help, so he decided to bugger off and leave them to it. So he doesn't know what happened on that world, doesn't know if Trazyn defeated them or if they defeated Trazyn or whatnot, so he found a way off, took the remainers of his crew, got back to the Imperium, reclaimed the ship for himself, and went about his business being a rogue trader. And that's what he's been doing. And here we are now, stuck on this world. So as I say, we're just waiting for ICU2 to arrive. Now I'm not one who's always liking to use the global for things like that, but I think in this instance, because we're being a futuristic setting, the odd time we use the global for Vox transmissions, which are limited anyway, is acceptable. But what the RP will be that you can't see that unless you have a Vox array and it's being directed at you, or a Vox transmission receiver, and a lot of people are not going to have those. So what the Vox array does is boost the signals for us, so we can have the ability to use signals, but as I say, it's limited because I don't want it to be abused too much. Here we go. Ah, greetings. Hang on. I don't know if my VoIP is working. Are you able to hear me? I don't think my VoIP's working because I'm not seeing it come up. I may have to quickly relog. Are you able to hear me at all? I don't think so. I think my bloody VoIP's not working. Even though my bloody thing's on, it's not working. Alright, give me a moment. Quickly relog. Because my VoIP is not working. I don't know why. Been having this issue all night with bloody Steam. It's been a nightmare. Oh, by the way, the whitelist works again. I've just turned it off and put password on for now. Only because it's a nightmare to have to keep whitelisting people because I have to restart the server for it to take effect. So what I do is when there's nobody on and I do a server restart in the morning, I add it all then. But yeah, whitelist is on until, you know. But if people are wanting to get on while we're doing stuff, then that way, that's why I've got the password set down that way, so then you can just get on without having to wait until a restart. So just be aware, if the password is off, do let me know. I haven't had an issue with it yet. We need all the noises. We're not far away from getting in there. Sounds like we're there. Yeah, we're there. Alright, let's get back in. Wait for it to load up. It hasn't loaded all up yet. Come on. Doesn't normally take this long. Give me a moment. I'll make sure my VoIP bloody works as well. Otherwise. Right, it's loading in. I'm not sure if my VoIP is working. Because I could hear people, but I can't see my VoIP working. Right, yes we go. Forgive me, I had something in my throat. Greetings, I see you too. How are you? My roleplay isn't loaded up yet. Why is the roleplay not loaded up? And the roleplay chat. I can't see what he's typing because the roleplay chat isn't loaded up. Steam, what are you doing to me today? Come on. Why is my chat not loaded up? I can't do anything. Well, this is a bit of a pain in the arse. Because I need it, because otherwise I can't read what I can't understand what he says, because it's not there. There we go, finally loaded. Alright, you'll have to say that again, I see you two. I didn't catch that. So, data slate, lingua, mechanicus, protocol status report, subroutine unit designation, Skitari Alpha ICU2, logic system integrity, sync stable, cogitator status green, system diagnostics nominal, Skitari Alpha ICU2 operational, no grade degradation detected. So you'll have to get used to that type of talk, because this is how Warhammer characters talk for the most part, especially anything from the mechanicus. Sanctioned translation output, Skitari Alpha ICU2 reports that the unit is well and functioning with optimal parameters. So, and as I say, we do accept text RP. You know, just be patient with people, give them a few moments to type out what they need to type out and respond accordingly, like I do. And it's good to hear. I take it you have your Vox array fully established now, as we have received your signal and you sent the confirmation code, and here you are, so I'm assuming it is all functional. My sister in here, you could turn around and face him, surely, you know. And he's yelling at me. So just being patient, waiting for the other person to type. Tirk, you will know all about that, obviously. Doing mostly text RP. Protocol Vox relay status subroutine. Unit designation Skitari Alpha ICU2. I'll skip that little bit. Vox relay active, planet-wide transmission confirmed. Link established and stable between surface array and the Emperor's Hope. Sanctioned translation output. Because what he does, that makes life a little bit easier, is say it in the way that they would normally say it, and then give me a little translation, so whoever he talks to, you'll be able to understand. So the sanctioned translation output, Skitari Alpha ICU2 confirms the Vox relay is operational, planet-wide Vox is active, and the link to the vessel is stable. Ah, very good. I would very much like to see your Vox array. And I'm not the only speaking person on the server, just to let you know, there are other speaking people. And just in case you're not aware, what a Skitari is, it's basically a foot soldier of the Mechanicus. A little bit better than servitors, but not much better. So you have to understand that servitors and things that on that level are considered to be not even recognisable. They're just servants as far as they're concerned, and servants aren't considered to be important. In the grimdark universe of Warhammer, it is not a nice world, just put it that way. As in the 42nd millennium, there is only war. And that's where we are. We're set in the 42nd millennium at a point where there is no more... What's the word we're looking for? Here we go. So, escort offer to Vox Relay offered to Master Janus Dark. Agri-farm link pending confirmation. Signal verification with crewmate Hilda required prior to departure. Sanction translation output. Skitari Alpha ICU-2 offers to accompany Master Janus Dark to the Vox Relay and requests to proceed to the Agri-farm. Very well. Very well. We'll go there, but we'll have to come back here, obviously, to take the Valkyrie to your Vox array. I am ready to leave when you are. Wait, cheeky git. So we'll have to go down one at a time in the elevator. Yeah, I'll be good. Now, when I was playing Trazin on the other server, I was running around with like 2 thralls all the time, and it was nice. Unfortunately, I can't make it any bigger, so I have to walk like this. After you. Landed on his head. Somebody's head. Move out of the way. Rather than having to wait for the elevators to come back up. So we're heading to the Agri-farm to get confirmation for the Vox signal at the Agri-farm. Well, let's head out. It's a bit of a jog to the bloody Agri-farm as well, to be honest with you. There she is, my baby, the Emperor's Hope. I do wish I had a Imperial Firestorm class. The inspiration to build and do all of this was because of the game Rogue Trader, just to let you know. I love that game. That game is very good. I highly recommend it if you love Warhammer. Go and play some Rogue Trader. There is a new game coming out either this year or next year called Dark Heresy, which is similar to Rogue Trader game, but it will be all about the Inquisitor, and you'll be an Inquisitor running around with a squad of people like in Rogue Trader. She's obviously shot something. We do have guns, as you can see. We do have guns. Lots of guns. A lot of them are... Where is Inera? I know where she is. She's stuck upstairs because I logged out. Well, yeah, in what sense, mate? What do you mean it looks a lot, what, to take in? You don't have to, as I say, if you come to my server, you don't have to be a Warhammer character. You can play your own character. You can become part of the immersiveness, and you'll learn it and understand it. We have plenty of channels in the Discord where you can learn about Warhammer. We post loads of lore, so there's lots of stuff you can read and watch to get knowledge on it. It is very extensive, so just be prepared. I was going to bring in Era, but it means having to go back upstairs because of logging out, so she can stay there for now. So we'll just go as we are. So, but yeah, you know, you don't have to know Warhammer lore to come here and play. You can be somebody who lives on the planet. You know, there's plenty of RP for that as well. The world lore is designed to be open for people to come and roleplay whatever character they want. You don't have to be a Warhammer character. If you want to, more than welcome to, but you know, for example, there's plenty of RP opportunities to be one of the locals, to be liaisons for us. Yeah, as I say, mate, you know, the world lore is open to be whatever you want to be. There is nothing bit wrong, you know, nothing stopping you from being what you want to be. You know, the race list says, well, where's he got? I lost it. There we go. The race list says the races, but it also has in brackets for those races who are non-Warhammer where you would fit in. So it's all designed so it's all open for everybody to be able to come and play what they want. But you are in the Warhammer universe and subject to Warhammer laws. That is the only thing I have that has to be important. What was that, my good friend? I haven't yet spoken to the engine seer today. I did pass through the engineering, but it didn't look like they hadn't gotten far just yet. I'm hoping they come up with some information to do with the servo skull. I do hope... Is my VoIP gone again? I do hope that they come up with some information, because if it does mean that there is a potential ship here, that would be, well, very good for us. Well, let us continue to the agri farm. Yep, that's all good, mate. Oh yeah, I don't want to kill you. Go on, shoot him. So you got him. I don't carry a gun. We do have handguns, but I don't carry a gun. I prefer to still use my swords. But yeah, you know, as I say, you don't have to be a Warhammer character. You can bring whatever character you want here. It's just that this universe is the Warhammer 40k universe. It's a deaf world, so Conan fits perfectly well into it in that sense. Because I know where the agri farm is, so. It's just a different type of world to be in. I mean, normally you're in some sort of high fantasy world with magic and demons and all of that business, and there are still demons and magic even in the Warhammer 40k universe. In fact, there's quite a lot of it, to be fair. Come on then, bruv. Yeah, but I mean, it's up to the people. If it fits your RP to have a gun, then have a gun. If it don't, then you don't need a gun. I'm not using a gun, not because it don't fit my RP, but just because my character really would probably use his sword more, you know? And really, to be fair, although there are guns and tanks and power armour and whatnot in the 40k Millennium, what's the word I'm looking for? Once it gets into close quarters, they all go out the window, and it's then down to swords and power axes and chain swords and power fists and bare fists. And anyway, so most of the time combat ends in that way in Warhammer 40k. So and quite a lot of the OP guns are, what's the word, admin spawn anyway, so they won't be spawned in. We do have machine guns and things like that, but that's a no-no. The best you're going to get is muskets, maybe a 30-30 Winchester. Where's he gone? Why are you over there? It's up here. Or am I going the wrong way? No, I'm going the wrong way. I got my bearings lost. I thought I was going the right way. That path looked very similar to this path. I know where I'm going. Obviously not. So this is another one of our settlements. Both of these members are members of my crew. When you want to be, what I say by being members of the crew, you're a member of the crew, which means I give you access to areas of the ship that other non-members of the crew cannot go to. But you are still free to go and build your build out. You have your own clan and whatnot, but you're still sort of technically part of the crew without being part of the crew. Well, there's been a lot of updates to the map, mate. A lot of updates. A few new bits have been added to it. So, and I chose it because it was a very quick one and simple one to load, set up. So yeah, because he's not here no more, because he had a little thing here. When I come in the last time, there was a Mechanicus bit, so I don't know where he is. So. Your colleague seems a bit agitated. Shall we proceed, or are we waiting to announce our arrival? So, command acknowledged. Skitari Alpha ICU-2 operational proceeded as directed. Translation: Skitari Alpha ICU-2 acknowledges the directive and will proceed accordingly. Yes, so we're gonna. Well, I asked two questions. So I asked two questions. So right, well, let's go and find where she is then. She's here somewhere. So this is the agri farm. That's providing food to the crew and the ship. This guy is the dude who brings it backwards and forwards. I did offer a Valkyrie landing pad, but the young lady declined and says she'll use servitors to transfer the supplies to the ship. And as with the conversation we had yesterday, the last time I was here about silos. Ah, here she is.
Oh, my Lord Boss, it is an honour to see you again.
Greetings, young lady. ICU-2 wishes to confirm something with you.
I'll try.
So command acknowledged. Skitari Alpha ICU-2 operational proceeding as directed. Translation: Skitari Alpha ICU-2 offers formal greetings to
Hello
crewmate
to you
Hilda
too,
and stands ready. Now you may proceed, ICU2, with your designated orders. No, we'll do my bit in a minute. I'm just waiting for him to do his bit because that's what we came here for. So he's asking if she's received the signal.
Yeah, I did receive some sort of strange stuff on the box. You know, couldn't say anything back, of course, can only just take things.
Does your Vox emitter not work properly?
Normally, no matter how many times I tried to bash the speaky pod, it just doesn't want to work.
Well, maybe you should bring it to the ship and get the engines here to have a look at it for you.
I'll keep that in mind, my lord boss.
Either way, at least you can receive messages, which is just as important than sending messages. But if you ever have a problem, you won't be able to get hold of us.
I'll make sure there was a problem here, my lord boss. I'll make sure that everyone knows.
I understand. Well, at least we have confirmation that you received the Vox transmission. I take it you have no issues or any problems to report.
Well, I see nothing, my lord boss, so I don't have any problems, my lord boss.
Ah, very good. Well, I'm just about to head back to the Empress Hope and take a Valkyrie to ICU2's Vox array. Do you wish to accompany us?
Sure, I'll happy to get my my pack. I'll make sure I got my cheese in it.
Well, make yourself ready. We will wait.
Oh gosh, my lord boys, I'll be right back.
Very good. So she's a Ratling, which is technically a futuristic hobbit. So, you know, we have Ratlins, which are hobbits. We have mutants, which are shapeshifters. We have Xenos, which covers all the different types of races that you can be. So if you're a demon, you'll pick Xenos. There are two types of Xenos, flying or amphibious. They do come with perks and a few attribute points to give you a bit of bonus. We only go to level 60 on this, which I think is still good enough. You're not going to be too OP, but there are a lot of end-game weapons. So, but yeah, so now we're going to go and head out to the Vox array, which hopefully will extend our communication network. So as I say, I'm not about using global. I'm not wanting to use it too much, but it will be handy from time to time. So not everybody needs to use it. We do have a mailbox system in game, so you can put a mailbox down and send it like technically emails. So
Alrighty, my little boys.
Very good. And let's head out. ICU2, are you ready? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Plus there aren't any mods up to date for over a 60 at the moment, and all the ones that are 300. Well, let's proceed back to the Empress Hope. She ain't done too bad for a little farm here. I had to be, he's done it as well. I did that. Yes, I did that the last time. She got the right hold up because I walked through the field. I see you too. You'll have to be careful next time because you walked right through one of the fields there. You may have damaged some of the crops.
I only care about the rabbits and the deer is eating my deeps, my little boys.
True, but we also need to be careful where we put our feet. Just waiting to see if ICU2 says something before we rush off. I don't want to rush off while he's typing. So, sanction translation output Skitari Alpha ICU2 offers apology
I'll
for
get
any
rolling here
disturbance.
and start check on the field when we get back.
Calls to the crops, plants, and will adjust movements to prevent further disruption. Now that is acceptable. Well, let's continue on. As it is a bit of a jog back. I do have a horse, but I found the horse a bit more of a hindrance this time. Every time I got off the horse to go and help them fight, they'd killed everything, so I sort of sat on the horse the whole time. And then I had to keep stopping the horse and leaving it behind when I did want to go and fight. No, I don't mind them. I use them quite a lot, but it was more of a hindrance now that we can use thralls a lot. And the Imperium does use horses, or horse-like creatures, shall we say. The Death Corps of Krieg, for example, they use a bioengineered mount that's like a mutant version of a horse. So let's make sure everybody's here. Yep. Oops, sorry. Oh, sorry there, I almost ran into you.
Yeah. It's alright, my little boys.
I need to have my sensors enhanced on my visor, I think. Because she's so small, I keep running over her. Make sure everyone's keeping up. Don't want to leave I don't like leaving people behind because I can run quite fast. As I said, I'm still quite happy to be mostly human for the part. If the day comes where I need to be fully augmented, I'd rather be put inside a dreadnought.
With what the great divine tall winged angels we're gonna go in those.
Yes, I am aware. But there are Imperial Guard variants. We'll look down for now because it will take a few moments for it all to render in. I mean, because the ship is still quite big, but I can't make it any smaller and I want a ship, so it's the size of a normal admin build anyway. But I'm not building any more admin hubs, just little Valkyrie places. Get out of the way, bloody rabbits! There she is, she's rendered in now. For the most part, anyway. Oh, nothing on there at the moment. Double check. Bloody rabbits everywhere. You'd think they wouldn't spawn, but no. All these foundations and you still bloody spawn. God, catch that rabbit. I'd like it for my lunch later on. So here's the Valkyrie. It's like a multi-task transport combat vessel, troop transport basically. She went and got the rabbit instead. Right, are we all ready to travel on the Valkyrie?
Oh yes, my lord boss.
Very well. Pilot, take us to the Vox array. I find this warp system so much quicker than the PP one. It's a little bit. It took me a while to work it all out, but I got it to work. So it's just loading up a bit now. Let me move out of the way. As people load in. Yeah, tot is nice. I was very anti-tot about 8 months ago, and then I started to use it. I thought, oh wow, I can do so much things a lot quicker. The only problem is that you have to keep pulling up a menu and clicking on a lot of things and whatnot. So I'm just waiting for it to hurry up and load up, because it's not loaded everything up yet. Because there's missing bits off of there that I know of. Well. Very cold up here. Exactly. When I realised what I could do with it as well, and I didn't have to carry 50,000 pieces of armour.
What are you going to do?
Well, is there something wrong?
Oh, nothing, my lord boss. I'm fine.
Oh, very good. Right, she's fully loaded in now. Well, lead on then, ICU2. Show us around your Vox array. I don't know if they heard that. Well, lead on then, ICU2. After you, young lady.
Right, my lord boss.
Yeah, it's very impressive. I quite like it so far. It looks good. And as I say, we got the wallpapers to work, as you can see. If you set up a Dropbox account, go to Dropbox, set up an account, free one, gives you 500 megabytes, and you can do all of these nice things, and you don't have to reset it every time on a restart. So ICU offers the correct encryption keys to both Master Dark and Crewman Hilda. Okay, perfect. So we have a second key now. Suddenly got two lots of those.
Wait, my lord boss accidentally picked up that spear.
Yeah, here you are. Sorry for that. I wondered why I had two in my pocket. Well, show us around then, ICU2. I'm impressed so far. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. I quite like what he's done. Output. Skitari Alpha ICU-2 designates this room as the main foyer, library and chamber of worship dedicated to the Omnissiah. This is very impressive.
Nice little man.
After you, young lady. I can't get through. I'm too big to get through. I can't get through to get the gap. It's too tight for me to get through. Oh, here we go. I'll have to breathe in next time. Hold my breath. I love all these working parts. They're pretty cool. Ah. Interesting. So that up there was once a normal human being turned into a servitor, and his job is to hold a torch. That's his purpose until he dies. Yes, very impressive. I mean, I haven't gone to the extremes of using all of these things yet. I've got some of the parts that are inside the ship, but I didn't go too mad on it. So I want the players to be able to use it more. God, how is quite tall. That is very impressive. Let's see if he's going to say something else. I mean, I'm not bothered about that. I don't think they Skitari have like bedrooms, sleep, or things like do things normal like normal people. God, it's tight up here. Designates this room as the main control centre of the Vox relay, where all incoming and outgoing Vox signals are received and transmitted. You've not been able to penetrate beyond the warp storms yet, I take it. I like that. I think he's done a good job. No, that's ChatGPT making some of these images for us. You know that. That's what I've done a few like that as well, and ChatGPT is very good for that. So translation output. Atari Alpha ICU2 confirms that the Vox signal cannot yet pass through storms, but remains hopeful that improvements may allow this in the future. Well, let's hope so. It would be good to have some assistance and get off this world. Oh yeah, mate, ChatGPT's great. But while we are here, we will continue our investigations into this world and see if there is anything here of use for the Imperium. I've sent out further expedition parties. Hopefully we'll start finding out, getting some information in and seeing if we can find anything of use. Do you think the warp storms are unnaturally strong here? Very good. That's good, good. Observes that the warp storms of disruption appears excessive and suggests that another factor may be contributing to the interference. Is there any way that you can boost the signal to be stronger than it is? Max its output. I quite like this build, it's really nice, it looks really good. It fits the part for a Vox array. The steampunk stuff goes well with Warhammer because it's technically a steampunk universe, really. Was you able to hear what I said? Sorry. Just in case you didn't hear me properly. Confirms the Vox relay is operating at full capacity across the planet and that only further relays or repairs to the Emperor's Hope will allow the signal to extend beyond its current limits. I understand, but it may be some time before the Emperor's Hope is fully functional back to how it was before we arrived. The warp storms really did some damage to us. The engines here are still having problems trying to regulate power, and with power supplies dwindling and not finding a sufficient supply of blood crystals on this world is hampering our efforts to repair her to the best of our abilities. So it will be some time yet before we're in a position that we can boost a signal, I say. But at least for now we can contact each other via the Planetary Vox network. Only because I sometimes don't see my icon pop up when I press the button. That's the only reason why I asked if you'd heard me or not, because I wasn't sure, I didn't see it. Translation output expresses regret being unable to reach the wider Imperium and affirms it will continue all efforts to penetrate the warp storm and maintain vigilant monitoring. Well, you have done the best that you can, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'm sure at some point we will find a way to be able to get off this world. Confirmation of its primary function going forward, whether to remain at the Vox relay and continue in signalling the wider Imperium, or if Master Dark wishes to alter the directives of the Skitarii cohort. Well, I do have need to get some supplies from Expedition Point B. We need what is called brimstone.
Would you smelly rock?
I believe that is what it is. It is used for smelting metals. But the engine seers and Magos require it for the manufacturum, especially if I need to keep outfitting my troops with their armour and weapons. What is that? Is that somebody at the door? Is that somebody here? Is that? I wasn't sure if anybody else was online, but it was just us. It's very tight. Don't be a big character if you come here. Oh, I had problems here, didn't I? Oh no, I got out this time. I'm assuming. Defines brimstone is a sulphurous material commonly used for figures. Apologise for the malfunction in the alarm system. Confirmation corrective measures are underway. Ah, very good. I was just not sure if something was amiss. I need to go and make a bloody what you call it, sandstorm mask. Go and get some brimstone. At least you know your alarm works. I love the servo skulls. I'm just waiting to see if he says something else, and then I'll say like we'll head back to the Emperor's Hope, because I need to go and make a sandstorm mask before I can go there. So
Why are you Roche? Why?
confirms it will continue supplying the Emperor's Hope with stable local resources for repair while remaining at the box relay to monitor for incoming transmissions. Ah, very good. Well, I'm going to head back to the Emperor's Hope. I need to make myself a breathing mask for me to head out and go and get some brimstone.
I used the Lord Boss not seeing someone else to go get it.
I don't mind going out and exploring by myself. I have been cooped up in the ship for far too long. May try to make sure that it is restored to a functional order. It is nice to get out and stretch my legs and have a bit of fresh air, so to speak.
If the Lord Boss insists.
I do appreciate the offer, I see you too, but I do prefer to keep my organs as long as I can as they are. It's pretty much night time anyway. Just waiting to see if he says something else. Confirms it will continue to monitor Master Dark's health and will perform augmentation if required. I have sufficient surgeons aboard my vessel. I'm sure I will be fine. If it gets to that point, I'm sure Engine Seer will offer the same suggestions. But I would like to keep my body parts as they are for as long as I can. But as I say, I do appreciate the offer. I've got plenty of augments as it is. confirms that both parties may use the Vox relay as a hub while in the northern polar region and bids them farewell for now. May the Omnissiah watch over you both. And may the Emperor protect you, I see you two. If you need assistance, I will send some Cadian shock up here if you need. Cadians are those green troopers I have at my base, just to let you remind you. And I shall bid you farewell. I'm not sure if I unlocked the mask, to be fair. I'll have to check that when I get back to the ship. As he's rather isolated up here where he is, where we are on the map. Over here. Proteus. There's another good movie. Ultramarines. Yes, I bid you farewell too, I see you too. You know where I am. Young lady, are you staying or you wish to come with me?
I can go and stay here for you longer. This is very entertaining.
Yeah, very good. Well, I will see you later on as well.
Now, of course, my little watch, if you need anything, you let me know.
I will do. Pilot, take me back to the Emperor's Hope, please. Oh, nice little bit of RP. It takes a bit of getting used to with obviously the terminology that we're using. Vox translation transmissions is basically your communication network. You know, learning all the different types of terminology, and you will come to learn them the more you RP with us and listen to us talk. You will get it eventually. It will become easy to understand. So at night time it looks so great. What is that flipping about up there? Can you see that in the top of the screen? What the hell is that up there doing that? That is very strange. I don't even know what that is doing that. I'll have to go and have a look now. I've got to go and investigate what that is on my ship. It might just be a visual glitch, but oh, there's one thing I found in one of the mods that we got that I didn't know that we had, and that was this amazing thing. A portcullis. I love that as a portcullis. The first time I've seen one, and it actually functions. But I had to do a double gate on it because my gate is only too high, and it's a free high portcullis. So otherwise it would have been, you wouldn't have been, you can't ride through here with a horse, let's put it that way. If you're on a horse, you're going to get stuck on them spikes. Can't see it now. I'm wondering what it was. I think it was just a visual glitch, but I mean, I can't get to that part of the ship anyway without climbing about, but right, we need to get some brimstone. We always need stuff and resources, so I've got to do a bit of farming of normal stuff. I'll go and get Sister Anira to come with me because she'll be my carry-all, because I can only carry so much. But yeah, I need to go make a sandstone mask. So nice little bit of RP. Box relay's been established. We can now communicate with each other. We do have a mailbox system anyway, which is, I think is like an email type thing. You place down the mailbox and then you can send messages to people. Obviously we still have the notice boards as well for people to use. and so on and so on. I'll have to go all the way upstairs, don't I? We'll go and check the engine seer in a minute to see if he has got any information for it. It's been a couple of days. It's been a couple of days. I did go and have a look, but I didn't really read anything. So as I say, this is a part of the ship I didn't show you last time. This is where I have a medical bay. If you choose to spawn on the ship, you will spawn right here. But as I say, there are two options where you can spawn outside the ship or you can spawn in it. And this is the manufacturer room, this is the workshop. Obviously all the normal benches and whatnot. Oh, is it an armour thing? I'm pretty sure it's an armour thing, isn't it? I mean, any players can come and use this if they wish as well. I need light padding, okay. What makes light padding? I bet I need fucking hide. Maybe perfect light padding. Yep, I've got plenty of thingies, twine. I need to go and get some hide. As I say, it's been a long time since I've played base game. I know what to do, but it's just been a while. I'm a little bit rusty because being an admin, you don't often get time to play the game, and I thought this time round I would play the game. So I need to go and get some hide. I want to go and grab an era while I'm here. There are two ways to get to the manufacturer room. You can go up that ladder. While I'm on my way up, I'll go and check the engine seer and see what he's got going on. So nothing further at the moment. Ongoing repairs to the Dark Angel servo skull have yielded some minor results. However, due to the sheer age of the skull, it is proving most difficult to get anything cohesive through its data stream. So far, we have been able to determine it was on board either a small vessel or a drop pod of some kind. It was assigned to something called Axis. However, what or who this Axis is remains unknown. Interesting. Well, that is rather disappointing, engine seer. I was hoping that there was a larger ship possibly crashed on there, on the planet side, that we might be able to get a power supply and repairs for our ship. But if you say it's a smaller vessel or a drop pod, there should still be some sort of wreckage. What we need to get is its last coordinates of some sort, maybe a location. See what you can do. So Janus Dark was hoping it would be a larger ship, and unfortunately it's not. Doesn't sound like it is. I mean, even if it's a small vessel, and that would either make it a Thunderhawk or a Stormbird, depending on how old that servo skull is. If it's as old as a... Right, got you, I didn't have to go too far, sweet. So, if it is as old as I say it is, if it's Horus Heresy era, then it's it will be a Stormbird, not a Thunderhawk. Thunderhawks is modern technology. Birds are from the past. They were used 10,000 years ago during the Great Crusade. And if it's a drop pod, it may just be an Astartes drop pod for all we know, and that carries, I think, about 5 Space Marines. Technically, Space Marines are immortal, so if they don't get killed in battle. But as I say, we don't have no Space Marines classes. We're not doing Space Marines because they're too OP. Right, we need to go and get some skins because we need hides. We need to go kill some shit and get some hides because I need hides to make a bloody mask. I don't need a lot. You didn't run away, that's surprising. Might as well kill this one, just in case I don't have enough. No, I've got enough in here. We need to go back up and make the mask, and then we can head and go and get some brimstone. So yeah, that was a nice little bit of RP. I enjoyed that tonight. That's been good so far. Come on, let's get back up. So what I'm trying to do, as I say, is play the game as a player rather than being admin. I will do admin duties from time to time, but at the moment I just want to play the game a bit. So I've got to do a bit of farming of resources. Say, if you're interested in roleplay, you want to learn, never roleplayed before but you want to learn, you're more than welcome to come and join us here. It is also a good place to come and learn. Yes, we got a bit of, lore that you might not know, but that doesn't stop you from coming to a place and learning how to roleplay and have fun with people. And you say you're interested, click on the link, BRP, down below. Not sure because Steam was playing up a lot earlier, my Streamlabs wasn't working properly at the moment, so I had to, couldn't get it to activate like I would normally do, so it's only partially working. Oh, I need the twine. Where did I put the twine? In there, okay. Right. There's loads of stuff in here. I just want a bloody mask. What's that? Oh, I pulled it, was it? It's got loads of clothing in here. It's crazy how much clothing we've got. I'll just be aware if it's not available in your list and it's from a mod that you want something, then you will need to let me know so I can add the ID number into top so it's available for usage. That's what we have a channel specific for that. That's the Quartermaster Requisitions channel. You can add in there anything that you want that you can't find. Oh god, I was thinking that instead of this. Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. How you doing? You all good? Where's a fucking sandstorm spark? It was just it. Is it? Now what am I missing? Steel. Oh yeah, I need to make that, don't I? Light. I think I need one of those. Alright, cool. I never played Rust. Seen it, but never really played it. It looks fun, but it's mainly PvP survival, like some of the other games are. Right, now can we make my bloody mask? What? No, it's not the one I was picking. So you were telling me that. What was I clicking on? And that was telling me something different then. So I went all the way down there to get one of those, and I need some steel. That's not a problem. I've got steel. I've got some steel. That's why we want brimstone, because we want steel. Right, now we can make that mask. Yes, it's been a while. Oh, yeah, I know. It's a bit of both. But the ones I've watched has been a lot of PvP. There's that main guy who streams it and does YouTube videos of it. Alright, so now we've got the sandstone mask, we can go and farm some brimstone. Alright, is the quickest way down will be this way. No, this way. We'll go down the ladder in here or down here. Because that'll be the quickest way to get out. Ooh. So the only thing about the floors that bothers me a little bit is that they open doors. So when I hear the door going, I think, is there somebody here? But it's the floors opening doors. So we're going to head to Expedition Point B, which is north of the Iron Hills and not far from the Brimstone. Oh yeah, thralls do everything now, mate. I tell you, thralls I use thralls like there's no tomorrow. Trust me. The last server I was on, I was being an NPC. I had two armies of thralls, basically. One for the good guys, one for the bad guys. And they're so much better than a spawner. One, it saves a lot of time. Two, you can put all the top stuff on the thralls. And... you know, so for example, this is a thrall. She's got all the top stuff on her. So it is what, and he's a thrall as well. I haven't changed his name for some reason, but I will do. Might as well do it now, actually. While we're here. Yep, we got guns, mate. This is the 42nd millennium, so we do have guns. There is technology, but it is very limited because we are low on power. That is my spaceship, if you haven't seen it. That is a spaceship. It is a Firestorm class Imperial light cruiser. Should have a complement of 28,000 troops, but 28,000 crew, but I can't build that big, because to build something that big it would be bigger than the bloody map. So it gives you the impression of that, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, so we're low on power, we can't do anything, low on ammunition, so we're sort of having to go a little bit backwards a little bit to survive because of resources being very low. So yeah, we do have a fair bit of technology. This is our Valkyrie travel system. Just in case you haven't seen, this is what we can do with the mods. You can make people look like robots. Pilot, take me to Expedition Point B. Yeah, what it is we've got a couple of cyberpunk mods on here. There's a couple of cyberpunk servers out there that just do cyberpunk, but they're also good usage for what we want to use for Warhammer 40k. So as I say, ask any questions away that you want to ask. If you don't know, you don't have to know the Warhammer lore to come and join the server. It's just the world that you will be in when you are here. But otherwise you can roleplay any type of character you want. It is open, the world lore is open for that purpose. I've got to remember where I've got to go to get the bloody thingies. I'm around here somewhere, so I need to get to here. Okay, so we'll go this way. I do love my double-handed swords. Quite a few sets of double-handed swords. We have a mod called High Main. It's your end game mod. Right, this is not the way to go, is it? Is it the way to go? Yeah, we'll go this way. It'll be a bit of a mission to get back, but we'll go. Yeah, this is Savage Wilds. There's been a lot of updates to it, to be fair. Let me just kill some things because they're too close to me. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I don't know when it was last that you played on this map, but we have what's called a new race called the Hyperboreans up here, and they have a big massive castle. I think it's around, I think it's about here, full of loot. You can go and fight in. It's like a big open, like, it's not a dungeon, but it's like an open place, but it's just full of Hyperboreans. They are untamable and they are like double hard. Obviously not once you got loads of everything, but yeah, so they have a big fortress of Hyperboreans. They're this like big massive humanoid people that they're very barbaric and they just instant fight. Then there's this new area which is new to me as well. They added this recently. It's called New Tortage. Where do you wonder where they think they nicked that idea from? It ain't that much different to what I bloody called my New Tartosa. So, but anyway, because New Sartosa, if you remember, was down here on Tau. So, but yeah, so this is new. You've got quite a few new dungeons. New parts of the map, all down here. So yeah, there's quite a few new bits that they've added to it, but it's just an easy map to set up for. There's a couple of nice new maps that are out there, but I'm the only admin. I'm not looking to build my admin team up or anything. I just want to have somewhere easy, set up quick, and people to come and be able to do RP. So, and that's what I've done here. So we've been up for a week. We've got a small community, not looking to be massive, just looking for good RPers who want to come and have fun with us. And obviously good for old friends from the past. So, but yeah, you know, so that's our world lore. You know, that's the map. That's what we're doing. If you want to come and join, you're more than welcome to. Any questions you may ask away. So I've got to find a way in here. Put you away. But this isn't a way to get in here, is it? Should have gone that way, I suppose. Oh well, looks like I'm going to have to do a bit of climbing. Yeah. As we try and find the brimstone. Gold. Come on, there must be a clear, easy way to get in and out of there, no? No. The last time I came from the south. I don't know why. Sort you out because I want you to be able to defend yourself. So plus I want you to level up a bit. You need to do some fighting for me, young lady. I think I'm not far away from where I need to be to get the brimstone. Here we are, brimstone C. Right, I need to put that on, otherwise we will choke to death. Oh, I need to drink a bit of water. I hope I got enough left in my water skin. Just now, I don't like this area that much because of all the bloody those wasp things. They're a right pain in the arse. I mean, I do have brimstone back at the base, but I thought I'd use now the opportunity to go and get some. So right now, most of the games I play, pretty much all of the games I play are Warhammer games. I do PvP in Space Marine 2, play a bit of Deathwing.
You don't want to cause trouble here. I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
Yeah, very good, sister. So yeah, so basically Janus Dark's goal is to repair his ship and get back to the Imperium. But while we're here stranded, we will explore the lands, because we've never been here before character-wise. Obviously I know Savage Wilds quite well. Took a bit of a while to break, didn't it? I want you to go and fight it. I don't want it to aggro on me, I want it to aggro on her. No, yeah, aggroed
I
on
don't
me.
want to hurt you, but I will.
So watch your sister in here, I'll fight it. So Sister Nera started off being my bodyguard and then turned into a fully fledged Sister of Battle of the Adeptus Ariatus, yeah. So that's good. I don't know, you haven't leveled up yet though.
Curse you! Don't make me hurt you, Wanderer. Don't make me hurt you, Wanderer.
Oh, she's fighting too now. I'll keep an eye on her. She needs help. I think she'll be fine.
You picked the wrong fight. Taste death.
Well done. I think that sand creature knows where he wants to go. He's looking a little bit buggied. Who's he gonna fight? Oh, he's fighting the those, is he? Right, let him do it. just put that in there because she's my carry-all at the moment. I can't carry her much with my stat points. Stand ready just in case she needs my assistance. I don't think she does.
God take you.
Well done. Well done, sister. I thought I was going to have to assist you then. And so thralls are quite cool to use now. They never used to be, but they are. But I mean, still don't go crazy with having loads of thralls.
Curse you! Curse you!
Because I don't want to fight. I want her to level up a little bit, you see. Because she's having a thrall or two is quite handy these days. Let's put it this way, on the last server I was on I had 2 armies of like 50 each, and they were all thralls. I didn't use no top puppets on nothing, everything was a thrall. I had a full battle army, training recruits, all, you know, all that type of thing going on, and then the enemy had like about 50 guys as well. The only thing is, because we got the knockout mod on here, is that when you try to kill the like the bad guys, they get knocked out and then they get straight back up. It took them forever to kill, and in the end I had to go and shift delete it because it wouldn't die. It just kept getting back up, which is part of what they are anyway. Necrons are like undestroyable. You have to really completely destroy them, because even if they're not destroyed, they will pull themselves back together and come back to fight. So oh, you get that one. I don't want to fight. You fight. Come on, it's your job. I want you to level up. But the shadows, look how high the bird is up in the air. And the shadow on the ground is crazy. Look at the size of the shadows of these birds, but they're fucking miles in the air. I think I've got some food on me. There's a young little, I think her name is Hilda. She gave me some of these preserved meats. I don't know what mod they come from, but they, oh yeah, from high mains. They're from high mains, so these don't perish at all. And they give improved stamina recovery as well. So they're quite nice, and they fill you up. But they don't perish. They're non-perishable. So I didn't come this far last time I was here. Oi!
You don't want to cause trouble here.
Fuck, there's 2 of them. I want you to fight them. Go fight her. But I want to fight you.
God
What do you get off these?
don't make me hurt you,
What is all this?
Wanderer.
What the fuck is all that stuff, huh? They got lots of fucking things on them. What the hell's all that stuff? Obviously I know that, but what's this Shag-Eye Queen jelly? What's that all about? And you get demon blood off them as well, that's cool. I didn't know that. I mean, it's been a while since I bloody farmed it, so... What's a Shag-Eye? Oh, so that's for pets, is it? Okay, and what's that? Okay, cool, interesting. Interesting. No, I don't want that. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, no, I mean, as I say, I've never really done none of that stuff myself, so I don't think I will be doing beehives anyway. I mean, the agri farm is supplying us with food, so I'm not worried about food too much. But it's handy to know that these things drop that type of stuff. So, as I say, as I keep reminding myself, you know, if it's not in the list of things and you can't find it, put it in the Quartermaster Requisitions channel. Come on.
Gods take you.
And I'll be able to add it in the top menu, because obviously I don't know everything that's not available full top.
Don't make me hurt you, wanderer. Die!
You're missing him, love. Come on. Well done. No, we done. I think we farmed it all, haven't we? Yeah, it looks like we farmed it all. And it's time to head back to the Emperor's Hope then, your sister and Era. Hang on 1 second. Need to change your setting quickly. Not sure how. I'm just checking something. Checking a setting somewhere. Forgive me. Give me a couple of moments. I'm just trying to look for something. I know what I've got to do. Hang on. Create a role, edit a role. I don't see that problem. I'm not seeing that option, mate. definitely don't see an option for that at all. Now bear with me, I'm sorting out a problem on the server at the on somewhere else, so I'll be right with you. Yeah, you might be able to. Shouldn't be able to at all. Right, sorry about that. I was looking at something in Discord to sort out. I couldn't see what the problem is because as far as I can tell it's not set that way, but I'll have a look at it later on. So I'm going to head back to the ship and I think I'm going to finish my streaming for the night. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Not that I'm in a rush to go back to bed or anything. Or go to bed. I'll still be playing a little bit. I'll be available for anyone who wants to have a chat with me. Ask any questions, but it's been a bit of fun role play tonight. I've done a bit of farming. I've had to go back to being a player, which I don't mind, to be fair. It's also a learning curve again. And it's been a while, and I don't mind doing it, to be fair. Yes, it's easy to be an admin and spawn everything you want, but there's no point to it all the time. I don't really need anything, to be fair. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I'm going the right way. So I don't have needs for loads of gear anyway, ever, period. Oh, I didn't know there was some there, so that. Right, come here, young lady, I need your assistance. Sister Nera, you need to carry this shit for me, because I can't pick it up. It's too heavy, I don't want that. I'll stick that in there. Right, let's rock and roll. I didn't bother to farm those bodies, did I? I should have done. Oh well. Because I might have got some more rocks of power and stuff like that. I need your assistance again, Sister Anira. You've got to carry a lot of stuff for me. Now, I don't know why this stack should only be 1,000. I don't know why it's going over that. I'll have to look into that since we have a little look at, but it should be alright. Come here. Every time I see a bit of coal, I will grab a bit of coal because coal's handy for, instead of having to use tons of wood, obviously I will use the coal. So I'll keep topping it up. Now we need to get over there, so we'll go out this way and we'll run round to the left and we'll get back to the Valkyrie and head back to base, head back to the Emperor's Hope. So we have a Vox array set up, we have an agri farm. All that remains is for... Oh god, there's bloody boars everywhere. Don't attack them, will you now? Don't. Oh, it's too close. He's a big baby. Not in the mood to fight him at the moment. Although I probably do need skins and shit and whatnot, so, but I'm not all that fussed. So let's get back to the Emperor's Hope. And what I do with with a race, I give you 20 points into authority. Oh, that's not what I want, you numpty. Oh, I'm so carried away fighting. So you got spare points to use. You do get extra attribute points depending on what race you pick. So if you read the races clearly, it will tell you all what you need and give you a nice clear explanation of which race to pick that will suit your whatever character you wish to play. I've tried to give as broad a range as I can that fits with the world lore. Pilot, take me back to the Emperor's Hope, please. Although it should be more of an order than asking nicely. Niceties in the Imperium are not something that happens a lot. Alright, just go wait for it to load in a bit. It takes a few seconds for me. It can be a bit like that. Here we go. At least one elevator's here. Come on. I can't see the bloody button. There we go. Because of the bloody bit that thing there, I can't see where my dot is because my dot's in the middle of it. Yeah, the dot. So I have to guess. Alright, returning to the Emperor's Hope. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. A bit of Space Marine 2. I'll come back with some more of that the next time. I haven't yet worked out a routine what I'm going to do because I don't know what my work pattern is yet because I've been on sick leave for the last 4 weeks because of medical problems. And I will, once I know what's happening with that, I'll set up a proper routine for my stream as I've come back to streaming now haven't been able to do it for 4 years. A lot of that was me and nobody else, no one else to blame for on that side of things, just me making a decision years ago and then never doing anything about it afterwards. But now I'm a free person, so to speak. I'm gonna back to streaming, doing a few other bits and bobs, so bear with me while I work out when and where, what times that I'm gonna sort out, but I will try to stream RP as often as I can. Plenty there. I want that, we want that there. So we will need to get some tar skins. So we need to go and farm some skins so we can get some tar. But we'll put on that little bit now. Brimstone, and I'll dump off all the other stuff because I don't really need this at the moment. I mean, I'm not going to go crazy and make endgame gear for my thralls. There's not really any point to it. So there, yeah. So thank you everybody who's come tonight. Those of you who've joined the server, I'm grateful for you coming. I'll be around for a chat if you want to have a chat and want to ask me any questions. But otherwise, thank you very much for all the follows. Thank you, Ricky, for the sub. Appreciate that, mate. And I will hopefully be back tomorrow with some more streaming. And I will catch you again I'll catch you again tomorrow, hopefully. So have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you soon. Yeah, take care, mate. Yeah, it was good RP, I enjoyed it. So, all have a good night for the rest of the night. As I say, I'm in the Discord still. I will be there if anyone wants to have a chat for a little while longer anyway. So, have a good rest of your night, everybody. And see you again next time.